Ladies and gents, this is your weekly dose of Hollywood to never miss any of the latest celebrity news, dramas, and gossips. First, let's take a look at the messiest drama of the past few months. It Ends with Us, a movie that was supposed to be all about love, resilience, and breaking free from toxic cycles, based on Colleen Hoover's blockbuster novel that swept the world off its feet. Released in August 2024, it starred Justin Baldoni as Ryle Kincaid, who also poured his heart into directing it, and Blake Lively as Lily Bloom. This could have been a shining moment for everyone involved, a celebration of a story we all adore. Instead, thanks to Blake Lively, it's become one of Hollywood's ugliest messes, dragging poor Justin, Ryan Reynolds, and even Colleen Hoover into a legal and PR disaster. Let's unpack this chaos, and trust me, it's not pretty. It all kicked off back in 2023 during filming, when Blake Lively, yes, the Gossip Girl diva who thinks she's Hollywood royalty, decided to stir the pot. In December 2024, she slapped Justin Baldoni with a lawsuit, whining about sexual harassment and a so-called hostile work environment. She claimed he made inappropriate comments, got too close, and didn't back off when she said no. Then, when she supposedly complained, she says Justin retaliated by hiring crisis PR folks to smear her precious image after the movie wrapped. Sounds like a sob story designed to tug at our heartstrings. But let's not fall for it, because plenty of us have dealt with real workplace drama without turning it into a multi-million-dollar circus. Justin Baldoni, the guy we loved in Jane the Virgin, and who's been preaching about better masculinity in his TED Talks, didn't just sit there and take it. He hit back with a $400 million countersuit against Lively, her husband Ryan Reynolds, and others, calling out defamation and extortion. His side tells a different tale. Blake was the real problem on set, throwing tantrums, rewriting scenes whenever she felt like it, and clashing with Justin's vision for a story he cared deeply about. Then, when the film hit theaters, she allegedly teamed up with Reynolds to sabotage Justin's career. Being a power couple means you get to ruin people. Baldoni's even labeled Reynolds a predator in legal filings, and this week, he's pushing to dismiss parts of her lawsuit, as ex-posts have pointed out. It's he said, she said. Sure, but with Justin's reputation and millions at stake, it's hard not to see Blake as the villain here. Fast forward to March 2025, and this mess is still unfolding. A judge gave Lively a modified protective order against Baldoni earlier this month, probably because she played the damsel in distress card so well. But at a pretrial conference on March 3rd, Judge Louis Lyman told both sides to quit airing their dirty laundry in the press. X is a wildfire of opinions, and most of us aren't buying Blake's act. The trial's slated for March 2026, so we're stuck with this saga for ages. Justin's also suing the New York Times for $250 million over an article he says twisted the truth, while some Texas PR specialists piling on with a defamation suit against Lively. It's a legal soap opera, and Blake's the drama queen at the center of it all. What about Colleen Hoover, the genius behind the book that sold over 20 million copies and took TikTok by storm with 1 billion tags? She got suckered in too. Back in December 2024, she posted on Instagram gushing about Blake being honest, kind, supportive, and patient. Soon after, she deactivated her account, probably realizing she'd backed the wrong horse. When she came back, poof, all pics with Lively and Baldoni were gone, like she'd hit delete on the whole mess. Fans clocked that she still follows Blake and Ryan, but ditched Justin, leaving us wondering if she's secretly Team Lively or just washing her hands of it. Hoover's been quiet since, and who can blame her? Blake's turned her dream project into a nightmare. Then there's Ryan Reynolds, Blake's Deadpool star husband, playing the knight in shining armor. He's named in Baldoni's suit, accused of helping orchestrate this takedown, and he's been loud about protecting his wife. The couple dodged the Golden Globes in January, probably too embarrassed to face the crowd, but Blake strutted out for the A Simple Favor 2 premiere on March 7th, acting like nothing's wrong. She looked polished, sure, but outside, a protester waved a Justice for Justin sign. Finally, someone with sense. Hollywood split, with a few A-listers like Gwyneth Paltrow and Anna Kendrick kissing up to Blake, while smarter folks keep their distance. For us women watching, this isn't empowering. Blake's crying harassment to paint herself as a victim, but the backlash she's getting? She brought it on herself. Justin's defenders, and there are plenty of us, say he's been unfairly trashed by a spoiled star who couldn't handle not being the boss. The truth's blurry, but one thing's clear. Blake's ego has turned a beautiful story into a power trip disaster. Colleen Hoover's empire deserves better, And frankly, how much drama can one woman cause before we all just tune out? Speaking of tuning out, if you never want to miss any of Hollywood, then subscribe and I'll keep you updated. After that heavy drama, let's lighten things up with Tracy Morgan. On March 12th, this funny guy gave us a moment we couldn't look away from. He puked courtside at a New York Knicks game, right there in front of everyone. Tracy, who's been making us laugh since 30 Rock, later blamed it on bad sushi or food poisoning, tweeting, "Guess I shouldn't have eaten that before tip-off." The clip went viral and fans turned it into a meme fest. Because who doesn't love a good laugh at life's little disasters? Haven't we all had a moment where our body just said nope at the worst time? He owned it with humor, reminding us that even celebs have off days. It was a refreshing break from the lawsuits and scandals, proving Hollywood can still deliver some innocent chaos. Speaking of inspiration, Eva Longoria turned 50 on March 15th. And oh my goodness, did she celebrate in style? Down in Tulum, Mexico, with her husband Jose Baston, she threw a beach bash that had us all swooning. Pictures of her in flowing dresses, kissing Jose against a sunset backdrop, flooded the internet. She captioned one, "50 never felt so good." And we couldn't agree more. Eva's milestone hit home for our 25 to 60 crowd. At 25, you're dreaming of that confidence. At 60, you're cheering her on for showing age is just a number. Her marriage to Jose, a Mexican businessman she wed in 2016, looks stronger than ever, giving us hope that love can last. It's the kind of story that makes you want to book a girls' trip and toast to life's big moments. Kristen Cavallari's been on a journey we can all relate to, reinventing herself after heartbreak. Last week, on March 14th, she finally sold her Tennessee farmhouse, a stunning 4-bedroom, 5-bath place she bought for over $3 million after her 2020 divorce from Jay Cutler. She'd listed it back in June 2024, and closing the deal felt like a chapter ending. On her podcast, Let's Be Honest, she's been open about moving forward, saying, "It's time to let go and build something new." For those of us who've navigated breakups or big life shifts, Kristen's story resonates. The farmhouse, with its sprawling land and cozy vibes, that was her sanctuary during tough times. Selling it shows she's ready for what's next, maybe more time with her kids or her rumored beau, Mark Estes. It's a reminder that letting go can be liberating, no matter your age. Now, let's dip into some unconfirmed tea. Around March 17, X lit up with rumors that alt-pop star Melanie Martinez might have cheated on someone. Details are scarce. No names, no proof. Just whispers that sent her fans into a frenzy. Some are defending her, saying it's all noise, while others are digging for clues in her cryptic lyrics about love and betrayal. Melanie's kept quiet so far, which only adds to the mystery. For her fans, many of us who vibe to her quirky, dark pop sound, it's a personal sting. We've all been there, wondering about trust in our own lives, and this gossip taps into that. Whether it's true or just chatter, it's got us watching her next move. Justin Bieber gave us a little hope this week. On March 11th, he stepped out looking fresh. Hair neat, a far cry from the tired, gaunt vibe fans had worried about since he and Hailey welcomed their son, Jack, in August 2024. After years of health struggles with Ramsay Hunt syndrome and a quieter life as a new dad, this change had us buzzing. For the younger gals who grew up with Baby and the older ones who followed his ups and downs, it's a feel-good update. Fatherhood seems to suit him, and we're rooting for a musical comeback. Maybe a lullaby-inspired album? Either way, seeing Justin reclaim his spark is a win we'll take. Rumors swirled on March 17 that Jonathan Majors, the actor dropped by Marvel after a 2023 assault conviction, might have secretly tied the knot with Meagan Good. The pair's been tight since his legal mess, with Meagan sticking by him through thick and thin. No official word yet, but ex-posts claim it was a low-key ceremony, sparking debates about his redemption. For us, it's a story of loyalty and second chances. Meagan, known for Think Like a Man, has been his rock, and if they did say I do, it's a bold move. Some fans cheer it, others aren't sold on his comeback. Whatever the truth, it's a Hollywood romance with serious stakes. Finally, Lady Gaga's giving us something to look forward to. This week, word got out she's prepping a 2025 Grammy speech to support the trans community, tied to her nomination odds for Joker Folie à Deux. She's promising to be protective and loving, a nod to her long history with LGBTQ+ advocacy. Remember Born This Way? For women of all ages, Gaga's a beacon, fearless, creative, and unapologetic. Her role as Harley Quinn has Oscar buzz, and this speech could cement her as 2025's awards season darling. It's the kind of story that makes you proud to stan a star who uses her platform for good. Let's zoom in on these stories because there's so much more to unpack. Back to the It Ends With Us mess. Why is it hitting us so hard? Maybe it's because the movie's about surviving abuse, and now the real life drama feels like a betrayal of that message. Blake's lawsuit details are gut-wrenching. She claims Baldoni asked invasive questions about her sex life and pushed for unscripted physical scenes. His team says she's exaggerating, pointing to texts where she seemed fine during filming. It's a tangle of perspectives, and we're left wondering who's telling the full story. Colleen Hoover's role fascinates too. Her books, like Verity and November 9, have a cult following, especially among women 25 to 40. It Ends With Us was her crown jewel, but this feud's casting a shadow. Her stepping back feels strategic. She's got more adaptations coming, like Regretting You with Micah Monroe. Is she protecting her brand or just tired of the chaos? Either way, her fans are vocal, with some on X raging about Hollywood ruining her work. Tracy Morgan's incident, meanwhile, keeps us laughing. He's 56 now, a survivor of that 2014 car crash, and still finds humor in life's curveballs. Imagine being at that game, front row, cheering, then whoops! It's the kind of unscripted moment that reminds us celebs are human, sushi fails, and all. Eva Longoria's birthday wasn't just a party, it was a statement. She's been open about embracing 50, telling people, I'm not afraid of aging. I'm excited for what's next. With her producing gigs and that gorgeous family, son Santiago's 6 now, she's living proof you can thrive at any stage. Her Tulum pics, with Jose lifting her in the waves, are couple goals we can't get enough of. Kristen Cavallari's sale ties into her bigger story. Post Jay Cutler, she's built a brand, Uncommon James jewelry, cookbooks, and that podcast where she spills real tea. The farmhouse was her retreat with kids Camden, Jackson, and Sailor, but letting it go signals she's done healing and ready to soar. Her rumored fling with 24-year-old Mark Estes has tongues wagging too. Age gap romance, anyone? Melanie Martinez's rumors keep us guessing. Her Crybaby era and K-12 film built a loyal fan base, mostly younger women who see her as an outsider icon. If there's truth to the cheating buzz, it could shift how we hear her songs, think Soap or Pity Party. For now, it's a cliffhanger, and we're refreshing X for updates. Justin Bieber's transformation feels personal. After canceling his 2022 tour for health reasons, he's been low-key, doting on Jack with Haley. This new look, spotted in LA per Newsweek, hints he's reclaiming his mojo. Fans are dreaming of stadium shows, but even a quiet family life feels like a victory after his wild 20s. Jonathan Majors and Megan Good's rumored wedding is a redemption arc in progress. His career tanked after that guilty verdict. Marvel axed him as Kang, but Megan's been unwavering. If they married, it's a middle finger to the haters. A love story born in chaos. We're torn. Do we root for him or side-eye the optics? Lady Gaga's Grammy tease ties into her Joker buzz. Playing Harley opposite Joaquin Phoenix, she's already got critics raving. Her trans advocacy isn't new. She's funded shelters, marched in protests. This speech could be her mic drop moment, blending art and activism in a way only Gaga can. Let's stretch this out, because Hollywood's never short on layers. The lively Baldoni feud's a microcosm of Me Too's next wave. Blake's not just fighting for herself, she's spotlighting how women in power still face pushback. Her A Simple Favor 2 premiere outfit, a sleek black gown, screamed defiance, and we're here for it. Baldoni's countersuit, though, raises questions. Can a man's career survive this kind of accusation if he's innocent? It's a debate we'll be having until 2026. Hoover's adaptation fatigue is real too. X posts this week griped about her books. Ugly Love, All Your Perfects. Getting the Hollywood treatment nonstop. With stars like Anne Hathaway circling, some say it's overkill, but her fans argue her emotional storytelling deserves it. It's a tug of war between art and commerce we all feel when our faves go mainstream. Tracy's Nick's moment ties into his resilience. Post-crash, he's leaned on comedy and family. Wife Megan and daughter Maven keep him grounded. Eva's 50th, meanwhile, reflects a shift. Hollywood's finally celebrating women over 40, from Salma Hayek to Sandra Bullock. Kristen's sale mirrors that independence, a nod to women rewriting their narratives post-50 or post-divorce. Melanie's rumors echo the scrutiny female artists face. Think Taylor Swift's dating sagas. Justin's glow-up, though, flips the script. Men get redemption arcs easier, don't they? Jonathan and Megan's tale challenges that, a rare case where a woman's loyalty might lift a man back up.